Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to the live stream. I'll say a quick thank you to Alex, who is here assisting me, and he pressed the go live button for me today. But welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are here for an awesome Sunday sail away here from Port Canaveral. We've got a 4-ship Saturday with the Carnival Venezia here at cruise terminal number 3, getting underway here in probably about 15 minutes. We've got the Norwegian Prima down at cruise terminal number 6. She is a 4 o'clock departure today. She's very early today. And then we have Star of the Seas at cruise terminal number 1. She is a 4:30 departure along with the MSC Seashore back from dry dock. Glad to have her back. We definitely missed her. And she will be at 4:30 as well this afternoon out of cruise terminal number 10.
So the lead will be Carnival Venezia first, and then second Norwegian Prima, and then Star, then Seashore last.
Yes, correct. Let me pull up the chat here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hope you guys are ready for a great Sunday sail away here from Port Canaveral.
Give me an ad for something.
There we go. Caleb Tim, hello, hello. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I see that there. I see the green name there. Thank you so much. We got Kit back at it. Yes, sir. We are back at it again. Back for some more ship spotting departures here. Svetlana, hello, hello. Thank you all. We got all members right now here in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks for you guys tuning in. Thought we'd get more lives from Luna, I guess. Yeah, too much fun. We did so much throughout that cruise. I feel like with Norwegian Star, there wasn't really a whole lot going on the ship because there wasn't really much to do there. So we did a lot of streams, but we were out doing everything and anything we could throughout that whole week. We always had to get like a 2-hour power nap in every day just to stay alive. Basically, we would get up early in the morning, watch ourselves come in. You know, we were out doing tours or like island tours or excursions. We pretty much did something every single port actually, which was really cool. It was kind of a change too. We did something in every single port. We went to all of the deck parties. We went to some of the production shows. We were going to the comedy shows. We were literally just running that entire week. It was so much fun on that ship.
Caleb said, "How was your cruise?"
My cruise on Luna was fantastic, though. It was fantastic. Luna is one of my favorite ships, by far, and that is some pretty high regards, seeing that I have been on both of the Icon class already from Royal Caribbean. I've been on pretty much all the Oasis class as well, and I still think, as far as ship classes, I think Luna and the Prima class rank in my top 3. It was amazing. You have family on Prima. Oh, awesome. Yes, we'll be filming Prima. She's setting sail in about 45 minutes. But I hope they have a great time on Prima. We just got off of her sister ship, the Luna, yesterday. Had an amazing time on her. What's up?
Can I tell the chat something?
What do you want to say to the chat?
MSC Seashore came back from dry dock today.
That's right. She did come back from dry dock today. Glad to have her back as well. Treasure Your Destiny, what's going on? Luna was fantastic. Hi, Mom. Greetings from Oasis. We got a couple horns here and there on the cruise, mostly as we were coming off the dock. We had pretty torrential downpour leaving Puerto Plata that one time, but we got a couple horns throughout the cruise, which is great. Jay Cruises, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Telling you that 2-night on Aqua is tempting. I want to go on that.
Brandon,
What's up?
I was watching the webcam when you headed out.
Oh, really? You watched the webcam when I left?
Horizon was pulling out, then you pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I thought Horizon was gonna be first, but as soon as Horizon was a little bit off the dock, you came out.
Yep.
But she also won first yesterday too.
Oh, there was a lot of ice cream that was consumed by Caleb. Absolutely. Luna, a million times over Grandiosa. Loved Grandiosa, but Luna is one of the best and most well-rounded ships out there right now.
Brandon.
Lots of stuff going on. The cruise direct. What's up?
What time am I gonna go down back to Port Canaveral and see Vigo Princess?
Soon, possibly.
Because now she does Saturday from Port Canaveral.
Oh,
So she does 7 days.
very cool. Cruise director was being cagey about the details of what they changed. Basically said you'll have to be on the ship to find out. Yeah, they never really told us a whole lot about what they changed on Seashore. But yeah, the Luna was amazing. So the Luna videos, for those who want to tune into those and who are waiting for the Norwegian Luna videos to come out, I just finished it actually while I was sitting here waiting on the ships to leave and for the stream to start. But a inside cabin room tour will be coming out tomorrow around noon, and the full deck by deck ship tour will be out on Friday. So stay tuned for those. I might get the ship tour. If I can get the tour done tonight, I might have it out on Wednesday, just get it out a little bit earlier. But stay tuned. The room tour and the ship tour will be out this week, and then the actual vlogs will begin Monday next week. I'm going to try to do a variety of different stuff with Luna as well, just to kind of give more first looks of the ship. We're going to do hopefully the podcast review this week, and I might just do like a normal 15-20 minute review on it as well, just by myself. But the podcast review is coming up really soon. So yeah.
I'm gonna renew your membership. My membership with you. It cancels in 4 days. So I'm gonna renew it.
Awesome.
And
Thank you so much.
And also with the one with Justin.
Thank you. What did we do at the ports? So Puerto Plata, we did a lazy river. As soon as you walk out, and that's free access to everybody. It's free to go in there. You just have to pay for the drinks at the bar. That's the only thing you got to pay for. But yeah, just as you come off the dock, there's a little lazy river off to the side. There's a big giant pool there that you just kind of walk down into. A couple swim up bars in there. But we did the lazy river a couple times. Just did a little bit of swimming and went back on the ship. It was kind of more of a nasty day that day. There really wasn't that great of weather, so we got off in the morning before it all came in. But we did that lazy river there. Amazing. Probably going to do that again when we go on World America later this year. St. Thomas, we did the little cable cars up to the top of the mountain. Took some cool pictures of the ships. Tortola, we did a island tour. It was 2 hours for $20. They took us all around the island. We even went to a rum distillery. And kind of got a little peek at some of the beaches as well, so that was really cool. And then Great Stirrup Cay, we just took a chill pool day. The new pool that just opened up in Great Stirrup Cay has 2 different swim-up bars and just a huge, massive, massive pool. If those who have been to Coco Cay are familiar with Oasis Lagoon, the giant free pool in the center of the island, it's very similar to that, but a little bit larger and a little bit more spread out, which is nice. There was no crowding issues at Great Stirrup, so that was nice. The water park will be opened up later on this year. We could actually see a little bit of that starting to go up finally. So lots of big things coming for Great Stirrup Cay, but as far as this one, we just stuck to the pool, which is really nice. Yeah, I would like to go to Port Everglades soon, hopefully. It's been I guess last time we were there was February, so maybe we'll go again soon. But we might do a Tampa trip. Second weekend of May, perchance. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on that, of course, if we change up anything and we go to a different port. Are they dropping? Get videos of the horn? I believe so. It was kind of random and sporadic when they would do them. It was more of just coming off of the dock, but I think I should have at least one. For sure, at least one. But yes, they did at least sound them a couple times, which was nice. But they were pretty consistent with doing one blast coming off the horn or off the dock. Yeah, Aqua is so tempting. I'd love to go on Aqua. I think just as much as I liked Luna, I want to go on Aqua if I could. I can't really fit it. A full 7 day, I don't think I can fit in at this point, but I would certainly like to. We are going to be on Aura next year, though, which is even more exciting. Appreciated the streams did on board. Unfortunately, now I have to wait until September for your cruise and drive me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited to start editing the videos, but we had a good time, and I'm glad the internet was good enough to get those streams running at a good quality as well. So I had a good time doing that. Post Horns of Luna. Okay, I'll see if I can. I'll have to dig around through all the files and computer, or I guess camera clips that I have, and kind of see if I can put them all together and see how long that would be. Oh, the Elton John show was amazing. The Elton John show is a must see. There was, so the night that we did that live stream where we were saying we were going to go to the Elton John show, we didn't actually go that night because it actually filled up instantly, basically. So there's actually people lined up. They opened the doors 45 minutes before the show, and it filled in within about 10 minutes. And we thought it was 30 minutes, so we went 30 minutes ahead of time, and it was full. So that was a bummer. But we ended up going the following night. We got there really early, and we kind of waited for the doors to open. So that's kind of the trick. But it was really, really good. Internet speed was surprisingly very, very good. It rivaled, we actually ran a speed test as we were getting on the ship. The internet speeds rivaled what I have at home, which was, that's amazing. For a cruise ship, it was amazing. I think it got up to about, the download speeds were like almost 300 megabits. The upload speeds were a little on the lower side at like 10 to 15, but honestly, that's about comparable to what I get on my, I think it is Starlink internet, but that's what my Starlink gets to run these streams. So it was really crazy. It was actually extremely, extremely good. Great to see Norwegian Aura floated out. Yes, absolutely. Norwegian Aura has floated out. She'll be ready just about this time next year. She's about a year away from delivery, which is exciting. I'm excited to see the even more changes coming to the Prima class.
Brandon,
What's up?
do you know Prima and Viva are both Prima class ships?
Yep.
And then Aqua, Aura, Prima,
Yep, those are Prima Plus. Look at your post on the community page. Okay, I'll go take a look at it here. Let's see. Oh, I may have to go into my computer and look at that. Let's see. I don't see it quite yet. I may have to look at it on my computer later. Seashore got a Wi-Fi upgrade. Oh, okay, nice. Not able to see it yet. I'll have to go in later and take a look at it though. Heard a dark rumor that NCL may limit ice cream. They said, do with a recent man. Oh, Caleb. Yeah, as much as Caleb was going for that ice cream, man, I'm sure they're like, all right, we're losing some money here. My stock price that I that I have for Norwegian kind of went down over the last week with him on board. There we go. We got our first lines dropping on the Carnival Venezia. She is heading out to sea here in just a bit. My gaming channel, it is at the Brandbot. Sometimes for some reason, it doesn't come up very easily in search, but it's the Brandbot is my gaming channel. Legends on Sea Trials right now? That's crazy. I did not know she was already ready for that. Yes, I think the maiden voyage for Legend is in July.
So 3 of them until she arrives in Port Canaveral.
Yep. And by the way, for everybody watching, I'm going on Legend. I'll be going on the quick little 3-night cruise in November. So, already been on 3 cruises this year. We got 4 more to go. Next one up is the MSC Seaside. We're going on that next month, middle of May. Then we have the Harmony of the Seas as soon as she comes into Port Canaveral in August. And then we have World America in September. And then Legend in November.
Are you gonna give me a Legend model?
I'll see what I can do.
Because I bet they're probably already gonna have them out because they debuted in July.
Yeah.
And also give me a Harmony model.
Being delivered next month and head to Cadiz for final outfitting. Wow.
Brandon, will you
That's
be
so
here?
early.
Brandon, will you be here on May 2nd?
Possibly.
Because Oasis will be here that day.
Oh, really?
We will be here at Port Canaveral.
Cool.
It's sailed from New York. They get here.
My parents are on Oasis right now.
So I believe the 26th is Oasis' last day in Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
26th.
Andre, what's going on? Oh, my mom's in the chat. I don't know if they knew about Legend. Whoopsies. Andre, what's going on? How was Firenze, by the way?
Brandon, what's
Yes.
your mom's username?
We'll do another Seashore Yacht Club in January. Oh, very nice. Firenze was amazing. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, I like these Costa by Carnival ships. These 2 Vista class ships, the Firenze and the Venezia, were very nice.
Here comes the police boat.
They're coming to get you.
And they're coming to get you.
That'll hold you over for Grandiosa May 27th. Oh, I want to go on Grandiosa again. Alrighty, Venezia will be pushing off here momentarily. Never do a West Coast again unless you're on summer vacation or it ends on Saturday. That makes sense. Honestly, that's why I tend to favor the Saturday ships as well, is because I hate traveling on a Sunday because then I am exhausted. I get Sunday to relax. Like today, I'm relaxing, but I'm here at the port. But I get Sunday to relax, and I get most of Saturday to kind of relax and also sleep. Yes, Oasis is coming on May 2nd. Yeah, I should be here for that. Ooh. Yeah, the yellow blue is a good color combo. I like it. Just after midnight on Monday morning. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's exactly why I would rather cruise on a Saturday, or get off on a Saturday at least. That's why I don't do the Sundays in Miami either, because those Brightline trains will be back in Orlando by midnight. I'm not doing that when I gotta wake up and go to work on Monday. Hello, hello. Let's see, what are the highlights of Luna Cruise? I would say I thought the ports were fantastic. The ship, beep beep. That was Venezia sounding her horn.
It's 3:30 right now. She's on time.
Nice.
35.
But I think the highlights of the Luna Cruise, I would say, were the ports. The food was amazing. The ship was just gorgeous. The ship was fantastic. I can't say enough good things about the Luna. A lot to do. If anybody tells you there's nothing to do on a Norwegian ship or these Prima class ships, they're lying to you, or I don't know. I don't really understand how people say there's no nightlife on Norwegian. We had an amazing time just about every single night on that ship. So yeah, the entertainment was really good. The ship overall was just amazing. The food was really, really good. The ports were great. I mean, I have nothing but great things to say about Luna. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be
What's up?
over there.
Do you think Oars paint is better than Luna's?
Aura's paint, I think, is better than Luna's. It looks really good.
Go ahead for Canal Pilot.
Yes, good afternoon. Departure time will be 1630.
Understood. 1630 departure for Star of the Seas. We'll have a pilot over there about 15 minutes before, and we'll be boarding you from shore side.
Okay, 15 minutes before flight will be boarded. The ship from Venezia.
Roger, roger.
Saw another blogger that was on YouTube or on Luna. Looked empty from their videos too. I think yeah, so that's one of the best parts about these Prima class ships is that they are, they're built a little bit smaller, but so the rooms are much, much bigger. So so there was 3 adults, me, Caleb, and Dimitri. We were all in that room for 7 days, 0 issues, with three dudes in a room for an entire week. We had no problems as far as like cramping or anything like that. The rooms are very, very large and spacious on those ships. They kind of reduce the passenger capacities on the Prima ships to an extent in comparison to other ships of that size. So they're definitely not nearly as crowded. Layout has its quirks, but I overall thought the layout was really good of the ship. Enjoying the show. We'll be on one soon. Very nice. Awesome. Hope you enjoy your cruise. What do you rank Great Stirrup Cay against the other private islands? Right now, I would say it's Coco, Ocean Cay, Great Stirrup Cay, then Celebration Cay. But I am going to get fully behind this and say that when they fully finish all the construction going on with Great Stirrup Cay, so all the new, the new private area, the new beach area, the new water park, they've already got the pool done. Once the pier is ready, I think, hear me out, I think Great Stirrup Cay will be better than all of them. I think it'll be number 1 when it's ready. It's on a great track already. Yeah, I had a great cruise. That was one of the best cruises I've been on in a while. See Icon on Friday. Yes, we did see Icon on Friday, and then we saw her yesterday morning as well. But yeah, she was across from us. We saw her and Explorer over in Coco. Half Moon, I haven't been to Half Moon in a long time to really form an opinion on it, but I know that's, they're doing a lot of renovations to that soon, but it's not quite there yet, or they haven't started it yet. But I guess those are kind of like the 4 big ones, at least. But I don't know. For what they're doing in Great Stirrup Cay from Norwegian, it's very promising, even with it in the state that it already is. Which is half finished. Ships? Wow. They're going for a mix of Ocean Cay and Royal Caribbean water. Absolute. That's exactly what Dimitri and I were saying to each other, is that this is more of a mix. Great Stirrup is more of a mix between Coco and Ocean Cay, because you got the big pool, you got the giant water park, you got the zip line, you got all of this, you got the jet skis, but there's so many very, very large beaches, and they're very pretty beaches. Great Stirrup Cay is double the size of Coco as well. Like, for those who don't know, Great Stirrup Cay is massive, and it's right next door, but it's massive. I like Ocean Cay more than Coco, but Great Stirrup has all of the potential. It definitely has your eyes on more NCL sailings next year. Cause exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad I already have a couple Norwegians for next year. 3 of my 4 that are booked for next year are Norwegians. But But yeah, the water park and everything should be done by summer. But there's a lot of potential there. Cruising Chris, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. The new pool was very nice. It was huge. There was no I don't know how it was for you on Getaway, but there was no crowding issues at all. I know it was only one ship, but with Luna being one of the newer and bigger ones, no crowding issues at all in that pool. Lots of seating, very, very large. Gonna go get some Starbucks and look for more ducks and be back. My mom loves finding those ducks. I found a couple on Luna. Oscar, what's going on? So back. Good to see you. Be on Venezia this time next Sunday. Awesome, awesome. Hope you have a great time. We'll be here streaming. We'll be here streaming and watching you leave. Say it was a full sailing or was it under capacity? I think it was at capacity. It's just the capacity of the ships are a little bit lower. It definitely was full, because you could tell, but it wasn't overcrowded at all. Full, but not overcrowded, which is a big win. They're early and very quick service, only ship in and tendered, rough ride, but did get busy in the afternoon. That's pretty much what I noticed. It was a little on the rough side for us as well. But no, we had no issues with it. It did get busier throughout the day, but I never really found any overcrowding problems per Great Stirrup at least. But yeah, it was a very pretty island. The buffet there was really good. I mean, it's basically the same buffet that you would find on the ships, but the buffet was good. Yes, I sailed on Venezia last year. It's a fantastic ship. Loved it. But yes, Chris and Jake Cruises actually was on the same sailing as you. But how was, but both of you guys, how was the getaway? You guys left the day before I did, I think.
They're gonna come back tomorrow.
Seems to be a 180 from something like Carnival and Star. Exactly. That's why the investors aren't too happy with Norwegian, is that they're building ships bigger, less capacity, more comfort, more stylish, more luxurious, but also at a reduced capacity, so we're not making as much revenue from the cruise fares. That's a kicker. But yeah, those Prima ships are great. I know there's the issues with Prima and Viva with them being so small and cramped, but I know with Aqua and Luna how they've expanded a lot of the areas. Much better. Many improvements, and I'm sure Aura will be the ultimate version of the Prima class. Second tender was back by 10. Oh wow, that's crazy. We had the tacos, pretty tasty. Nice. We didn't go to Los Lobos on Luna. We went to Cagney's and Hasuki. Those are the two specialty restaurants we went to. And the best part about Norwegian, we didn't pay for any of those, because one was included in our cruise fare, and the second one was included in Dimitri's because of his status. So we got 2 nights out of 7 of specialty dining. We didn't pay for any of them. Big wins on Norwegian with stuff like that.
How do they actually make the ship? The Norwegian Luna.
How did they make it?
Yeah,
They built it like a Lego.
Did they But what's the paint? What's the paint?
The person's name is Elle. She is the one that painted it.
She was in the dry dock. She painted it herself.
She didn't paint it herself, but she designed it. She told them to paint it like that.
Can I design it?
Yeah, I'll talk to my guy at Norwegian and I'll tell him that you want to paint the next one.
The fourth NCL Prima Plus class. around 2028.
Yeah.
We don't know the name of that right now. We're probably gonna get a name Vivo next year, let's say.
Probably.
But QRCs is finally on the Miami schedule now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. But yeah, that was the best part about, the Cagney's and Hasuki. Cagney's is the steakhouse, Hasuki is the hibachi restaurant. Those are the two best steakhouse and Japanese steakhouse restaurants on any cruise line. And again, free 99. We didn't have to pay for those because of Norwegian giving us all those freebies. So love Cagney's. It's up there with Butcher's Cut. I think Butcher's Cut from MSC is pretty close to Cagney's though. And then Hasuki is definitely the best hibachi steakhouse. So great. And again, love that they're included. Yes, you have to pay for them technically. There's a lot of specialty restaurants on Norwegian, so it's like, oh, they nickel and dime us, but they do hand out freebies depending on the person, depending on the scenario. You usually get 1 or 2 nights of it. Right, yes, they do add all of that. So, your specialty meal, yes, is included in your cruise fare. Usually if you look at it, they'll tell you the dollar amount. It's usually like 20 bucks a person rather than 60 on board, which is a huge plus. So you are saving a little bit there, but again, you can toggle that off, like the drink package and like the specialty dining as well. So you don't have to get it, and you're paying a little bit extra to have that included, quote unquote. So it's not free, but it's free. But I think if you look at it though online, usually it'll tell you it's like $20 per person instead of the $60 per person that you would pay on board. So it's definitely worth keeping it on there for specialty. Drink package depends on who you are. If you're not a big drinker, if it's usually on the cheaper side in comparison to other drink packages. But if you're not a big drinker, then that one's kind of negligible. If you don't want to use it, don't do it. But it's nice to just kind of like have it included. We had 2 specialty included for a 5-night cruise, or for a 7-night cruise. I mean, Getaway was awesome, fun to compare to Joy, which recently sailed on 2 months prior. Studio Lounge was great. Lived off Oceans. I loved Oceans on Star. We went to the local a bunch on Luna as well. The local is basically Playmakers for those Royal Caribbean fans. Playmakers, but free, which is nice. Also a ship nerd. Terminal B was really cool. Oh, Terminal B was really cool. They had like the big timeline for Norwegian and all sorts of stuff. So it was a good time.
You know, today's Scarlet Lady's last day in Miami.
Is it?
She sent her over to our transatlantic.
Oh.
49 transatlantic to Spain and where was her next? But yesterday was also Valiant Lady's last day in New York. So
Yeah.
shout out to her for her transatlantic.
Small print, it's only for 2 people in a cabin, so if you have a third. So actually what it was, or I guess for us at least, is that the one that was included in our cruise fare was, that one covered all 3 of us. But then Dimitri's status specialty meal, it was 2 of us plus a bottle of wine, but we didn't get the bottle of wine. But it was 2 of us, so Caleb technically paid, but he paid I think 50, and then we split that between the 3 of us. So technically one of us paid 1 night, so a total of $50 or something like that, but still, for 2 nights of specialty dining, it's a pretty good deal. How do I handle gratuities? So I used to always do pay on board, but I've since started prepaying them, and I think it's a lot better to prepay them. That way you don't have to, you're not seeing the $100 charge or however much it ends up being while you're on board, and it's like, ugh, another $100 I gotta pay. Like, you've already paid it ahead of time, you don't have to worry about it once you're on board. So that's how I think about it. You're gonna pay it one way or another, but I typically would pay it ahead of time just to get it over with. Plus, you also lock in the price. So if a cruise line, say you book it in January, you book a cruise in January for November, but in, say, March, the cruise line hikes up the price for the gratuities by $3 per person per day, you only pay what you paid for on the cruise in January. So you pay the January price, not the March price for the gratuities. So sometimes you can kind of hedge your bets there a bit, and in case the gratuities ever go up.
Why is Adventure Season going back to Fort Lauderdale?
I don't know.
She's heading back everywhere to safety.
Like MSC, they use the onboard credit to pay gratuities. Yeah, exactly. We didn't try breakfast at Oceans or the local, but I've heard it's really, really good. Had free at sea plus, so didn't worry about gratuities or bottled water. Oh, interesting. We had the regular free at sea, so that's one thing. I wish Norwegian would include bottles of water in their drink package, because I would very much like that, but I really didn't matter a whole lot. We would just go grab a cup or two from the buffet. But I mean, other cruise lines included, but you're typically paying a lot less for the drink package on Norwegian, so I guess you got to make up for it somewhere. All American Diner was good. Ooh, that's on Getaway? I know that came out on Joy. I didn't know it came out on Getaway. That's actually sweet. I've always wanted to try that. It looks really cool. I like that. I like those old 50s diners, like themed restaurants. Like I think Joy has like an old like first gen Mustang like at the entrance. Like it's pretty cool.
Brandon, do you know Star Princess is today? It's in Panama City, Panama today.
Cool.
So it's going over to Seattle. She left Monday to Thursday available.
Very nice.
So she's on her way to Seattle, Washington.
Still get you with that 150 minutes of internet. That I agree with. I see not including like the streaming package, but I feel like 150 minutes is nothing. It just gives you just like the base internet for the whole cruise, and I think that's a better value than the 150 minutes.
You know, Star Princess is on a 3-week cruise from Fort Lauderdale to Seattle, Washington. Takes
Cool.
her 3 weeks to get there.
Cool.
By how fast she swims. The 29 Canal Ocean to Ocean.
Gratuities are going up on all ships. Just got a message from MSC that if we prepay before May 11th, they go when they go up, they'll honor the current price. So I got the same thing for our Seaside cruise is on May 15th, and I think that's when it goes up. So we got to keep we didn't get the increase on our gratuities for what is it? The Seaside. They didn't increase for the World America because we prepaid, and also our World Atlantic cruise that's late next year, we're still paying the price today for those gratuities. So that's always like the really cool part about prepaying the gratuities is that you kind of lock in that price. I thought I heard a bit of a horn from NCL, so possibly. Free at Sea Plus had the unlimited. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit more because Free at Sea Plus also included Starbucks, if I'm not mistaken. So if it includes internet, Starbucks, water bottles, and internet, then that's a slightly more intriguing. Because I've always just done the regular Free at Sea because I feel like that's a pretty good value to me. Let's zoom in a bit. Prima's off the dock. Yep, there's Prima. Bye-bye! Starbucks, water, internet, gratuities, and Oh, all right. So I think I might bump it up to that because my next Norwegian is unfortunately not until Getaway in January, so I gotta wait a while. But I might bump it up to that because that's a good deal. I always like to get Starbucks in the morning too. We paid for our Starbucks on the cruise. We only got like 2 or 3 days worth of it. So it was like maybe $15 total, the whole cruise for it, which isn't too bad. But if I can get an unlimited Starbucks, then sweet. Water park lake. So the only water park or water slide that they had on Luna was the aqua coaster, which was amazing. You're doing about 30 to 35 miles an hour when you hit the top of that, like the crest of that little launch section. You are flying. It is so much fun. You kind of just like cruise through the rest of it, but that you are flying when you hit the top. Jetty to Jet, what's going on? The return of Brandon, what's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, we are so back. We are so back. Glad to be back. I kind of wish I was still on board. And that's true. Speaking of, that's actually one thing I kind of noticed with this cruise is like, at least for me, like you get to the end of a 7-day cruise, it's like, all right, vacation's over. Like, all right, ready to go home. Like the cruise is over. I'm ready to go home. This cruise, we got to the end and like we were getting off the ship. I'm like, I actually want to stay. Like I'm not ready to go home. Like I could easily do another 7 days on this ship or stay for an addition, like a back-to-back and do 14 days and still feel like we didn't do everything. We actually did not do the drop slide. We were doing so much throughout that cruise that we never had a chance to do the drop slide. We did the moon climber though. We didn't get to do that until like the last night of the cruise that we finally got to that. How much extra was free at C+? I think it was, I actually don't know. I think it was like another $30 per person per day. But again, if you're including gratuities in that, you're including Starbucks, extra internet, and water bottles, then that's probably worth it. What's up?
You should not pay for the Prima, Luna for the 14 days one. I bet it's expensive.
Very expensive.
Do not pay for 2 weeks.
How was the cruise? It's been amazing. It was an amazing cruise. I have nothing but great things to say about it. I'm excited to do the review of the ship later on this week because it was just fantastic. Ocean obsession back on the water. Is knowing that you have another one booked. Exactly. Yeah, like I get, especially like when you cruise so much. I don't know if that's like just, empty-minded me, like for me to say, or 7 days is over. All right, let's go home. I'm ready to go. But that's, I guess when you cruise like 5, 6, 7 times a year, kind of just like, all right, cool, this one's over. Got the next one in like 2 months or a month, something like that. Let's go home, get ready for the next one. But this one, I genuinely was like, I wish I could stay on for another week.
Do you know why Prima came apart at Ford on the Fancy and Calm Vista days?
Probably because it's too busy, right?
Yeah, but Calm Vista is at I believe Vista starts pushing off around like 3:45ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fancy's at 4. That takes Prima's spot. That's why Prima can't do it.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely am going to look into free at C+ on Getaway. And I guess just the rest of the upcoming ones. Because I got a couple coming up now. For Breakaway Cruise in March 27. Where's that out of in March 27? I'm looking at that. She's coming to Canaveral late 2027. I'm going on it then too.
No, she's coming this year.
Breakaway?
No, Getaway.
Oh, Getaway. Yes, Getaway's coming later this year.
I'm excited she's coming back.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I haven't seen her. I never filmed her before, so I'm excited to film her for the first time.
New Orleans. Oh, New Orleans is sweet. I would love to cruise from there again. I've been there twice. Super, super cool to cruise from there. I always love going down the river for like the first couple hours of the cruise, just like super narrow through there, passing like the cargo ships. Every now and then, if you're lucky, you'll get another cruise ship coming in. It's pretty cool.
Like imagine, because Justin will Justin ever go to Galveston and with the pilots?
Maybe.
And Tyler.
Possibly.
But
It's definitely not out of the question.
But do you know there's like a little park, like by where the ships head out? Justin has a great view from there that you can see the ships from there.
Cool.
It's a cool view.
I'm going on Getaway in January. a quick 4-night here out of Canaveral. I wish I could go on Getaway sooner though. I honestly, with Getaway on short cruises, I'll go. I've already been on the ship twice, so I'd go on it 100 times if I could. It's such a nice ship.
Do not go on Getaway 1,000 times, please. It's too expensive for that ship. 1,000 times.
Who taught you to talk like that? A little potty mouth over here. Alrighty, there's Prima coming around the back. It was originally Prima, then did a ship swap. So Prima is going to Puerto Rico. Getaway is a new one out of New Orleans. Oh. Prima out of New Orleans would have been pretty cool. Here we go, Carnival Venezia coming on out. Shortly followed after by the Norwegian Prima. I'd actually like to sail on Prima soon, just so I can kind of compare how Luna was. I know Luna's the better option, but there we go. Sorry about that. There we go.
Brandon, do you know this?
Alrighty. Prima May 31st, have free at C+. Very nice, awesome. Good to hear it. It seems like a great value from what I've been told. Let's zoom in a little bit more for you guys. There we go, that's better. We'll spin around the Prima here in a moment. Let's see. She's got a little bit of time before we can spin around. You find your cabin on Luna quite quiet or noisy? I thought it was very quiet. I didn't have any noise issues. You could feel like you kind of feel like the hum of the ship, but that was it. I wouldn't even consider that like noise or anything like that though. Already unupgraded for 2 people. Okay, that's not too bad. For a week, that's not too bad. For all that they're including in that, that's great. Whoops. There we go. Sorry, I was looking at Prima. She's getting closer. Not sure why she's leaving early today, but I'm definitely not upset by it. That's for sure. I'd much rather her leave now than 6 o'clock. It seems pretty random, but she leaves early like once a month. All right, let's look at Prima, shall we? Yes, I saw Euribia left Dubai today. That's great. I'm glad that they got out.
Sure. Please let us know if something changes. We will plan to have a pilot on board. 17:45 as of now. Like I said, if something changes, please let us know.
Seashore's delayed to 6 o'clock. So much for that. Very pretty ship. I've grown to really, really love the look of these Prima class ships. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan, but I think as they have come out, and especially after sailing on them and experiencing them for myself, I am a huge fan of the Prima class. To check out the ship ahead of time. That's a great excuse to go check out the ship ahead of time. You know, you gotta make sure she likes it, right? What happens if you don't check out the ship and then she doesn't like it? Yes, that's Rust Bucket isn't due back until 6 p.m. Yeah. That's a bummer. I was kind of looking forward to getting out of here by 5 o'clock. The one time Prima's early. I did see that the Dawn failed the CDC inspection. That's very rare for Norwegian. It's very, very rare. Usually Norwegian is top shape, whatever, like with all of their ships when sanitation and things like that. So that was actually one of the more surprising ones to see, is that a Norwegian ship had failed it. Right, I'm wondering what it was that failed them too. Chris, thank you so much. The free at sea plus fund. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I love to hear it. That's that's what we're calling super chats now. The free at sea plus fund for Norwegian Aura. I have to say, going on Luna, that makes me want to go on Aqua so bad. Remember, for 5 months. All right. Love to see that too. That's even better. Thank you so much for your support, Chris. You're awesome. I think you're about to get that little yellow badge. I think we only have one member that has that right now. Issues including improper storage of temperatures, dirty equipment. Ooh, yuck. That's no good. Ugh, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. That's like the worst part about a cruise. You take a cruise for an entire week, you're gone for the whole week, and then you gotta go back to work. You'll be on deck 9, right side by the slide. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for you. We'll see if we can find you. Treasure Maze, hello, hello, welcome. Let's go ahead and just back all the way out. Alrighty. Do-do. There she goes, the Norwegian Prima, heading out to sea. What's the temp? 85 today, I believe. Catch up on the chat, the rest of the chat here in a moment. All right, let's go ahead and start zooming in. No, we didn't mute the horns. It's just we didn't get any today, unfortunately. Yeah, it is quiet at the park today. So they had the coolers at 44 degrees, and the limit is 40. Let's see. The accessible cabin on Prima had the slide going through the. Oh, is that the? You're right. Actually, I remember that because we were right off of. We would pass that cabin. I was like, oh my gosh, like that. I think that's the accessible cabin. But it also looks like it's in the right spot to be, like that slide cabin, where it goes through the balcony. That's cool. Interesting. Royal amplification's really interesting. Very interesting. I want to go on Prima now. Oh, really? That would have been pretty cool to have. I always like having those like weird and quirky cabins where like, like in this case, it's an accessible room, so I don't think I'd be able to get it. But, I think it'd be cool to have something like where the slide goes through it. That's just like such an oddball type of cabin. Swim fast enough. Yeah, I could catch up if I doggy paddle enough. What royal ships still need the amplification? That's a good question, actually. The Symphony was kind of like that one in between where they started the amplification program back when Symphony came out, so there's not really a whole lot to amplify on that ship. But I feel like right now, with Harmony getting it right now, I feel like she would be next in line. But I don't know what they could add if she kind of has all that stuff from the start. I'm assuming they'll probably do most of the Quantum class. I'm assuming they'll probably upgrade Quantum, Anthem. I know they just now did Ovation, Spectrum perhaps, but she's kind of the Asia ship, so not sure if they're going to give her any love or not. What else is there? They just did Oasis and Allure, unless they decide to do more with Oasis, which is possible. Maybe the Voyager class? I think the Radiance class would be due, yeah. All right, Star of the Seas up next. She's going to be setting sail here in about 10 minutes. And then we have MSC Seashore. Unfortunately, has been delayed till 6 o'clock, so we're going to have a pretty big gap in between, but we should be staying for Seashore. But for those who are just tuning in, be sure to leave the stream a like. Lets me know that you guys are having a good time and enjoying these live streams by hitting that like button down below. Also, if you're just tuning in for the first time, we do this just about every single weekend here in Port Canaveral and other Florida cruise ports. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you can stay up to date with all of the live streams we do here on this channel every single weekend. I think they'll keep the older royal ships. I think so. I think maybe the Vision class might eventually start getting the boot, but I don't know. I feel like those old ships are also serving such a niche purpose within the fleet at the moment, and only they can fill that role. So it could be that they stay around maybe a little bit longer, but their operating costs are also extremely high. So at least in comparison to the new ones. So we'll have to see for sure. It's an interesting scenario that those ships are in. Their the post shakedown trip for Seashore is today, pretty much. That's probably why they're a little behind. On Seashore from February 1st to 5th, great cruise. She and Star were the largest cruise ships, saw that day. Yeah, they're pretty much, Seashore is a very large ship. She's about 175,000 tons, which would make her, yeah, pretty much every Sunday. She's the second largest here. It's kind of hard to be larger than the world's largest ship, that's for sure. But having two massive ships here along with all the others that we get as well is pretty cool to have every weekend. Oh, speaking of Luna as well, I know a lot of you guys probably are interested, but I did get a ship model. So now I have Aqua and Luna, which is great. They did not have very many left on that ship. I think we bought 4 of them between our group. We ended up buying a total of 4 of them, but I think there was only like 10 maybe total that were left. So glad we got them. But I have all the Prima ships. I have Prima Viva, Aqua, and now Luna. Definitely want to do Quantum and Anthem. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Symphony will be 28, definitely. Interesting. That makes sense. 10-year dry dock. Vision class will go bye-bye. Oh, it's kind of a bummer. I know they're kind of on their way out the door already, and they've been trying to get rid of them for a while, but I guess, you got to make room for the big boys. Yeah, MSC has a lot of ships in Miami. That'll be their biggest lineup. I think they're gonna have Poesia going there just for her off seasons when she's not in Alaska. But then they'll have the Seashore running 6 and 8s, and then the World America running 7s, and Seaside running 3s and 4s on Monday and Friday. How much different was Luna than Aqua? So that would be a better question for my friend Dimitri, who is going to be on our podcast review. I sailed with him on the ship, but he actually sailed on Aqua 3 weeks ago and then went on Luna pretty much right after. So he'll definitely be the best one to kind of ask that question. I definitely will, because I know that was kind of one of the things is that we were pointing out. So one of the big differences, though, is I know for a fact that they're on the Prima ships, as you come around from the main pool towards the Surfside Cafe, which is the buffet, there's no staircase that would take you up into like the area where the Glow Court or the Aqua Coaster or things like that. There's no staircase there. But Luna, there is a staircase that would take you up straight into the area where you would find the Glow Court and the Aqua Coaster. And in this case, another one of the differences is Luna Midway, which is like a little. They have like the little arcade booths where you do like the little push the bowling ball and try to get it like between the two humps. They have the little basketball machines, the little things where you like throw the ball, try to knock over the little, the little things, things like that. And those were actually all free, by the way. It was really cool. There's no tickets or anything else. So it's not like you're getting prizes out of it, but it is free, which is really cool. So you can sit up there and just like kind of shoot little basketballs all day long if you really wanted to. So those were the two big things. I think Luna or Aqua might have those machines. Maybe if they weren't, I know because Prima and Viva, it was darts, and I think it may have still been darts on Aqua. I may have to just fact check myself there, but Luna, it was a brand new area. Another one of the big differences is the Moon Climber. That is only on Luna. It's like a little obstacle course. You're running around like, a little kind of like netted floor and kind of dodging little things, but you have to press little screens and buttons throughout the obstacle course until you get to the top. When you get to the top, you press the button and there's a slide for you to take you down to the bottom to get out. We did that. It was really, really fun. Oh, I see it. I see that now. The guy's chowing down in the bottom corner. Sure enough, you bought a silver model. There's smaller. There's also a resin model over. Oh, really? Interesting. I've never seen those. I've never seen the resin models. Not for MSC, at least. Have to make Grandiosa your new ship. World Atlantic will probably be too expensive for it. My World Atlantic cruise, I got a relatively good for a maiden voyage. It's not a horrible price. I think we're paying about $1,000 a piece, but that's also with the unlimited Wi-Fi, and the drink package was included for an entire week as well. But yeah, I know those big world-class ships are going to be kind of the budget busters of the MSC fleet.
Star of the Seas is departing Port Canaveral from the Middle Basin. Cruise Terminal 1 outbound for sea. All concerned traffic come up on channel 12 for the Star of the Seas.
My bowling game did not improve. No, it did not.
Star of the Seas departing Port Canaveral from the Middle Basin outbound for sea. All concerned traffic come up on channel 12 for the Star of the Seas. Canaveral pilot aboard the Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas is departing Port Canaveral from the Middle Basin. Outbound for sea. All concerned traffic come up on channel 12 for the Star of the Seas.
Jetty to jet. Let's go on. Officially, you'll be there May 17th. Nice. Shoot, I'll be on Seaside that weekend. I leave on Seaside the 15th. Yeah, it's is that one of the days that Caribbean Princess will be here? Yeah, we have a Friday to Monday on Seaside. World Atlantic is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it for sure. That's definitely one of my higher ranked anticipated cruises. Yeah, I get off of Seaside the 18th. I have a lot of good cruises coming out, but I think it's hard to like tell which one I'm like most excited for, especially now that Luna's out of the way for sure. It's kind of hard to tell like which one I'm most excited for. Like World Atlantic is going to be the big brand new ship. It's going to be a maiden voyage. It's going to be awesome. But we're also going to do, I'm excited to just try out that class by going on World America later this year. Legend of the Seas is, of course, the big new icon ship. I'm excited for that. Overall, just really excited for Getaway and Escape haven't sailed on Escape. I've gotten a tour before, but looking forward to sailing on Escape. Getaway, haven't been on that ship in a long time, so it's going to be good to get back on it. Yeah, again, Harmony is going to be fresh out of her dry dock and her upgrades and everything like that, so it'll be cool to see that. Seaside's next month. Interested to see the differences after going on Seashore and Seascape. There's a lot of differences on Seaside being the original one, so excited to see that as well. So there's just like a lot of good cruises coming up. Which ships have I been on based out of Canaveral? Tina, hello. Enjoying watching the weather. It's snowing outside of Toronto. Oh my gosh, that's a bummer. Yeah, what ships have I been on based out of Canaveral? So I've sailed on Vista. Let's go through the Carnival ships. So I've sailed on Mardi Gras, sailed on Glory, sailed on Vista. So that's 3 Carnivals. Sailed on Venezia actually, so 4. I've sailed on for Royal, currently based here at least. I've sailed on Utopia and Star. That's it for Royal, I think. Yeah, so Utopia and Star. I haven't been on any of the Disney ships. Haven't been on the Norwegians currently based here, none. And then MSC, I've been on both Seashore and Grandiosa. You'll be here in June too? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be here a bunch in June. 8,300 for 2 adults and 1 teen for 7 nights and 28 on Atlantic. That's crazy. For Yacht Club. Ryan, what's going on? Yeah, I had an amazing time. Prima class is amazing. I think they made a lot of big updates to Luna, and they were fantastic updates. They took all the things that could use slight improvements on Prima. They took those and just improved it and made it even better. The Yacht Club interiors for 83. Yeah. On Prima next week. Awesome. Hope we have a great time. I have a ship tour on this channel of the Prima, so if you want to check that out, you can. It's in my ship tour playlist, but Prima is a very pretty ship. We just got off of her new sister ship, the Luna, yesterday. Some family on Star this May. 5 weeks from today, you're transatlantic out of Miami. Oh, awesome. That's cool. Carnival Legend? Question mark, right? Have some family going on Star this May. Can't wait to bring the model and ornament. Oh, awesome. Yeah, they actually have the ornaments, which is surprising, actually. But I'm glad they have them. I like the big letter. I think actually the big letters look pretty good on Ovation. I did forget the schedule, my bad. It slightly changed though. So Star's leaving now, and then we only have one more ship left. It's the Seashore is leaving at 6. Let's see. I don't know actually. I think they definitely added some suites back there in the back on Ovation for sure. It looks pretty good. Yeah, hopefully we get a horn from Star. That would be nice. From 8 to 6 on May 2nd? Oh, really? I'll have to double check the times. I thought it was like a 1 a.m. or a 1 p.m. arrival. But yeah, I'll definitely try to come see Oasis on May 2nd. That would be really cool. Looking forward to seeing that. My parents are actually on Oasis right now. Yes, definitely would like to see it that day. Ever received a special invitation from a cruise line? Not from a cruise line, but my travel agency friends that I'm partnered up with, they usually will get me the special. I usually get the invites through them, but I never get anything from the cruise line directly. That would be cool though. Yeah, Legend is on sea trials today. Yeah, I love the Oasis. I've been on Oasis twice. I sailed on. I did a 7-day back in like 2015 on it, and then I did a 3-day back in 24. My parents are on it right now for a 8-night. They just got on yesterday. It was actually funny because they took the Brightline as well, so our Brightline trains actually passed each other as we were heading home and they were heading out, which is pretty funny. I haven't seen, so I saw a photo earlier of Harmony in the dry dock. It's got the double bridge, so that's on. I don't see the big letters yet though, so we'll see. We'll see if it gets it. I've heard it will, but at the same time, I don't see it on there yet. So maybe, because they're pretty far along in that dry dock now. Liberty should be in, it should be in dry dock now, or it should be going soon. That would be interesting if Liberty got the big letters. $5 have been a good sob that Grandiose is gone. It is a bummer to have her gone. I'm looking forward to having it back in November. My new favorite ship of the year, though, is definitely Luna. Luna was amazing. Liberty's on the way to Brest right now. Arrives tomorrow. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, that dry dock starts pretty soon. Yeah. I think Luna is one of the best ships out there right now. And obviously, it's brand new. It's the newest ship there, but yeah, Luna is probably one of the best ships out in the industry right now.
Has Carnival Liberty been dried off yet?
Carnival Liberty? It's probably been a couple of years since it has.
Yeah, Carnival Princess, get the pilot on the Star of the Seas. Go ahead.
Hey Cap, I just come in here to South Jetties, make sure it's okay. See you starboard this afternoon.
Yeah, that'll work great. Thanks for coming up, starboard to starboard. Have a good day.
Should be taking Seashore's prices will go down since she's taking Seashore's place on 4 nights. Yeah, exactly. That's true too. Yeah, those 4 nights that they have here, the 3s and 4s on Seashore out of Canaveral are very cheap, especially if you wait till the last second to book it. I booked Seashore last year. When I booked it, we booked it about 3 weeks, 4 weeks out, and we paid like under $200 a piece. It was amazing how cheap it was.
Star of the Seas. We'll be coming by in a little bit.
Seashore got delayed till 6. Mm-hmm. It's a bummer. Probably with it coming back from dry dock.
Yep. Roger that. We'll give you a snow bell.
Found another dock.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Looks like Seashore is docked at another terminal on the day. Yeah, she's back at 10 today. That's her normal dock. Possibly. Grandeur would be crazy with the big letters. Freedom replacing Mariner yet? Oh, that's right. What's Mariner doing again? Did they just announce that she's like doing med or something? I believe. Oh, she sends them in the family group chat all the time. I've already seen like 6 of them, and they just got on yesterday. First offer is a 5-day to a 4-day on Liberty, same price, different date. Oh, nice. That's not too bad. You get an extra day. That's true. Yeah, the 4 nights do the overnights in Ocean Gate. That would be cool. I think it looks better. I'm still not a fan of the design of the double bridge that they're doing with those suites on these Oasis ships. Oh, you're OnStar. Awesome. Hope you have a great time. Amazing. Yeah, I agree. Amazing ship. Amazing ship. I hope you have a great time. They reused Majesty of the Seas. I feel like Majesty of the Seas would fit the Icon class pretty well. You're waiting a year for it. Awesome. I love the wait is finally over. The wait is finally over. Go see the Aquadome show. It is the greatest thing ever. The Aquadome show is one of the best shows at sea. Next cruise, you need to add the ducking to your live streams. Oh, that's a good idea actually to go find them. I don't ever really see too many on MSC. I found a couple on Seashore. I didn't see any on Grandiosa. Bald Eagle, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. What's going on? All the shows are booked. Oh, that's a bummer. They still offer at least standby, so yeah, hopefully you can get in with that. That would be nice. But yeah, don't give up. Those are good shows. Definitely try. Oh, we got some horns today. That's nice. All right.
Have a Thanksgiving notification!
Such an incredible ship. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. All right. Let's zoom in here for you guys. I'm not sure which one it's doing this week. Yeah, you definitely got to LLC that. What's up?
It started doing Easter Western Caribbean.
I'm not sure which one it's going on this week.
Did you check on ship notes yet?
I have not.
Check on when you get
Seeing her on your sea. Oh, absolutely! It's amazing how big this thing is in person. I'm definitely very, very blessed to be able to see it every weekend, for sure. Like the virtual balconies? That's a good question, actually. I've never had one of those. They definitely seem nice. I'd like to try one if I could. It's kind of random what they, what you end up getting it on, though. Yeah, now to wait for an hour for the next one. Oh, darn it, Seashore. I was definitely looking forward to getting out a little bit early for once on a Sunday. The one time Prima is not 6 o'clock. Seashore's late. Star is on Eastern this week. Okay, nice.
So what size the Easter?
a little bit closer. There we go. All right. There's the star. Everyone's next cruise. Mine is a little less than a month. Despite getting off of a cruise yesterday, got a little less than a month to go to the MSC Seaside. She's no Norwegian Luna, I can tell you that, but I'm excited for it regardless. It's gonna be tough to compete with the Luna on my favorite ship list. I feel like
Brandon, is Seaside 4 or 3 nights?
it's a 3.
That's the cruise you're going on?
Mm-hmm.
Friday to a Monday.
Yep.
You're heading to Ocean K and Nassau, right?
Yep.
So, Saturday is Ocean K.
I think so. I'm not sure actually.
And Nassau Sunday. Let's start packing up. I gotta go cook. Give me my shoe, please.
Next cruise is Star of the Seas, end of June. Slumming an aria this time. That's funny. Let's see. Oh yeah, it was good that Eurybia got out. Yeah, that was kind of concerning, to be honest. But yeah, Seaside's a fantastic ship. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it was just Luna was so good that it's going to be tough to compete with that. But I'm definitely looking forward to Seaside though. It's going to be a nice time. 52 days until Vision out of Baltimore. Nice. 9 days. That's sweet. Ooh, Bermuda and Coco Cay. That's awesome. That's actually really cool. All right, toodaloo. There goes Star of the Seas. Now we sit and wait for the Seashore. We got about an hour until the Seashore, unfortunately, but that's great that you were on Seashore recently. Yeah, it's a nice ship. I liked it. I liked it a lot when I went on it. Her and Seascape. I liked them both. They were nice. Brandon Chick-fil-A stream. It's Sunday. World 5 is apparently debuting in Northern Europe. Ooh, that would be sweet in the Northern Europe.
Brandon, when's MSC Asia the debut?
December.
December? Is she still in process of building?
Yep.
When does he stop?
They should finish the ship around November, or October or November, and they'll be done with it.
What about Carnival Festival? I saw they're gonna be
That's-
done with it September 2nd. I saw.
Yeah, it'll probably float out later this year, and then they still got some interior work to do on it before it'll be done.
So
It'll come out probably, or I think May next year, I think is when it gets here.
Yep.
Oh, we're not too far from that. Festival is coming up soon. That's great. Yeah, club is too fancy for them. That's funny. Alrighty, there's the MSC Seashore. We sit and wait here for just a little bit longer. But very nice. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far, though. Be sure to leave a like if you haven't already. Let me know that you guys are having a good time. And of course, be sure to subscribe as well. And that way you don't miss any future live streams. We do this just about every single weekend here in Canaveral and, of course, other Florida ports as well. I think we have a Tampa trip coming up soon. Grandiosa is fantastic. I really enjoyed the Grandiosa.
what's your? Yes, it's time.
Got off the Prima this morning. Awesome. Yeah, it was a very pretty ship. I just got off of her sister ship, the Luna, yesterday. Amazing ships. Heading out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer this one got delayed.
I know. Never fails.
Right.
It's like, come on, guys, get your act together.
The one time Norwegian was early, this one's late.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
It's like, all right, Alex, get your tripod. Where is it?
All right.
Oh, you got it over there? Okay. Come on, Mama has to stop. Gotta go home.
Yeah, Luna's amazing.
Cook and then homework and then
Good stuff.
school.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll see you guys next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luna.
This tax season's over. I've been working 4 and 5 days a week, so now I'll go back to like 2 or 3.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good.
That's nice.
Yeah. I don't like to work that much.
Same here.
I really do it as a favor for my friend. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it at all.
Right.
But I earn a little money, and that's fun.
Right.
So you get to talk to adults instead of a kid all the time.
Right, exactly.
Right. Get your tripod. Come on.
Yeah, Luna was amazing though. It's pretty much just a bigger, better version of Prima. Fantastic cruise. We had an amazing time on it last week. Jaco, what's going on? Yeah, lots of supplies still being loaded on, it looks like. Yeah, whoever's up in that suite needs to come out and wave on the balcony. That's funny.
Okay. Now where's my phone? Okay.
All right, have a good one.
You too. All right. Where's my phone?
I do like that they did the whole art on Uribe. I'm surprised. I thought they were going to do it like on everything going forward, but I guess it was just her. But it's really cool that they did. I think it looks really good. Even if they did that same livery on all future ships, I feel like that would be fine as well. But I like it. I think it's cool. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. The rail is that high. I did not know it was that high up. That's crazy. All right, bye, Mom. Enjoy your cruise. I'll take care of the cats. Don't worry. I'm cat sitting this weekend, or this week. The hot wash stream? Or did you mean the podcast? The podcast, like the review podcast, we'll be doing hopefully this week. I think they were saying Tuesday might work for them, so maybe we'll do it Tuesday. But yeah, Luna review podcast stream should be coming up soon. I might do like just a regular video that's like 15-20 minutes as well. That way it's a little bit easier to digest and more condensed. But then the review will have all three of our conversation and opinions on it. So and Caleb is rating. That's always so funny that he has those. They're just like little sticky notes. They're always so funny. He's a goofball. But I pretty much have very little to no doubt that the Luna is going to be end up being top of our list of reviews that we've done so far this year. Yeah, they did place. Princess did place that new order. Those, oh my gosh, that is kind of an interesting topic and conversation because they ordered those ships and they're basically similar, at least size wise, they're similar to the current Sphere class, but they're not coming out for 9 years. 9 years from now, they'll finally come out. That's crazy to think about. Yeah, the reviews for Luna have been very good so far. I've from what I've seen from others, which is good. These Prima class have been very mixed on the reviews historically, so it's good. I never really heard, you heard a lot of negatives about Prima. You didn't hear anything about Viva, and then Aqua seemed positive, and then yeah, I've seen nothing. I think the general consensus with Aqua was that it's like, okay, we've made improvements, and then yeah, I've seen a lot of really good stuff about Luna, and from my experience, I think it was fantastic. I think what they did with the class and what they did with that ship was really good and very well done. So. Yeah, they are hard to get. Those shipyard slots are very hard to get. They pretty much, so what the first one is in 35, so yeah, I mean, they have to wait until pretty much, what is it, I think the last of the new upcoming generation of Norwegian ships, those big mega ones. Oh my God, that's a big rat inside those rocks. Yuck. I was like, what is that moving around? I saw just like a tail. That is a huge rat. Three more Royal Voyager class. that would be a funny plot twist. Never been on a Norwegian ship, but I like the hull art. Yeah, the decorated hulls. Yes, they are very nice. I love Norwegian. They're kind of my go-to lately. After my recent cruise on Norwegian Star, kind of being their oldest one, and then getting to compare that to their newest one, the Luna. They were great. They were both amazing. I'm a huge fan of Norwegian again. Like for the longest time, like I grew up going on Carnival. We never really strayed far from Carnival. You know, we did Oasis like for my graduation cruise from high school. But you know, we did Getaway when it first came out in 2014 as well. But we mostly stuck to Carnival. But then ever since COVID, we've kind of switched over to Royal. But we also did the Bliss. So we did the Getaway in 14, then we did the Getaway again in 17, and then 18 right after that we went on the Bliss for the inaugural and through the Panama Canal. And so like we had like a little stretch where we did a couple Norwegians that we never went on again. But then between Bliss which was early 2018, nothing from NCL. We did mostly Royal basically from that point on. And it's not even that Bliss was bad. It was just, Bliss is honestly still my favorite cruise of all time that I've been on. Which is for some reason we never went back to Norwegian. But then yeah, I just went on Norwegian Star, and then now I just got off of Luna, and I'm like, what have I been doing this whole time? Norwegian is amazing. They're very slept on too. I feel like everybody glazes Royal, and rightfully so. Royal Caribbean ships are unbelievable. They're the biggest ships in the world. They're amazing, have a lot to offer, all this and that. But I feel like they, you know, by people hyping up Royal so much, everybody overlooks Norwegian at this point, which is kind of a bummer because Norwegian is great. They have a lot to offer. They're not offering the largest ships in the world yet, but they have a lot to offer, and they throw in some good freebies sometimes. You know, sometimes there's certain areas where it's like, oh, that's kind of a bummer, I have to pay for that here and there, but at the same time, like, you do get a lot of extras as well, so it's kind of trade-offs there. Seashore will be moving at 6, Caleb. Hope I do a Disney cruise soon. I would love to. Especially because I live like 30 minutes from Disney World, which is cool because I will just hop over there after work sometimes, which is kind of fun. But I'd like to do a Disney cruise again. They're just so expensive. I sailed. My last Disney cruise was the inaugurals for Magic and Wonder. That gives a reference of how long it's been since I've been on a Disney cruise. But MSC is moving at 6 o'clock. Royal is very overpriced. The crazy part about it being overpriced is that people are still paying to go. I think the Icon class ships are incredible. They're the best ships out there, by far. But they're very expensive. If you've got the money, me personally, I say if you've got the money, try the Icon class. If you don't have the money, see what you can do. Like, they are must-try ships. I feel like everybody should try an Icon class. But I also know that it's kind of a lot to say because of how expensive and how pricey they can get. But like with Royal's pricing, it's not too much more or less than Norwegian. And that's kind of why I'm starting to travel back to Norwegian more, is because the prices are similar. I think they just pushed back Seashore again. The thing with Norwegian is that they're similarly priced to Royal Caribbean, but they will include your drinks. They'll include at least a limited amount of Wi-Fi. They'll give you at least one night of specialty dining, possibly more depending on your status. And then, if you decide to use it, you have $50 shore excursion credit. That's always fun. Whether you use it or not is up to you, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Any special podcast coming soon? Just the Luna review, probably one night this week. But yeah, I agree. I think making you guys sit around for another hour is kind of a bummer. So I think we are going to wrap it up here, though. We're going to be back next week, so don't worry. We're going to be back here both Saturday and Sunday, so stay tuned for that. I think we've got, 4 or 5 ships on Saturday and another 4 to 5 on Sunday. So next weekend's going to be a really big and awesome weekend, so I hope to see you guys there. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying these live streams. It's going to take me a second, so let me ramble a little bit and tell you thank you for a few more minutes while I get this all pulled up to end it. But thank you to our members. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for the support of the channel. If you aren't a member, our members do get early access to the ship spotting videos from these sailaways. You'll also get early access to the cruise vlogs. So these Luna vlogs that are about to come out soon over the next couple weeks, you guys will get early access to that. So members get to see cruise vlogs first, including the Norwegian Luna ones. And also thank you to everybody for the super chats. We had a bunch of super chats today. Thank you guys all so much. You guys are awesome. But here we go. All right, we're all good to go. So have a great night, everybody. Have a great week, and hope to see you guys back on Saturday. Bye, everyone.